So you're thinking about moving to Slidell, Louisiana, and you're curious what the good and bad parts about the city are. You're wanting to know some pros and cons. Well, that's exactly what we're covering in today's video, guys, so make sure you stay tuned to the end, and we're getting after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know anything and everything about living in South Louisiana, you're going to want to make sure you subscribe and tap that notification bell as well so that you can be the first to learn about the current real estate market here in South Louisiana. And if we haven't met before, I'm Carson, and my partner Natalie and I were real estate agents in Madisonville, Louisiana with Weichert Realtors Loescher Properties, and we love helping people just like you with the process of buying and selling real estate. So if you're down here and you're looking to sell a house, we will either help you sell it or just buy it ourselves. We are also investors, but if you're relocating to the area, whether it's in the next 9 days or the next 90 days, whatever it is, guys, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call with us. It all starts with you reaching out to us. So the first pro about living in Slidell is that everything you need is in the city. You're not gonna have to travel very far at all for grocery shopping, restaurants, and things to do. Everything is pretty much right here in Slidell. And for grocery stores, you're gonna be shopping at Rouse's, Winn-Dixie, and Walmart. And as for restaurants, I'm gonna show you a few that are available in the Fromeau Town Center. So right behind me, you're gonna see Chipotle. And then over this way, there's a Longhorn right over here. And then over here is a Lebanese restaurant. It's called Al Basha. They have them everywhere around here, and they're delicious, guys. And we've got a Red Robin. There's also a Panera Bread and a Walk-Ons over this way as well. But there's plenty more as well. There's a Texas Roadhouse, Chick-fil-A, Cane's, Popeyes, all kinds of fried chicken. But there's a lot of seafood, a lot of local seafood restaurants around Slidell. There's a ton of them, and they're absolutely delicious though, right? Because we're right next to Lake Pontchartrain. Since we're on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, we get a lot of seafood from the lake, and it is delicious. I highly recommend anyone who does not have a seafood allergy to try out the local seafood shops. But there's all kinds of clothing stores and other shopping centers, you know, but there's a Dillard's down here. There's a clearance Dillard's as well, and the clearance Dillard's is absolutely amazing. Natalie and I love the clearance Dillard's. We come here often to go shopping there, and I've gotten multiple shirts, and I actually just got a shirt a couple weeks ago for one of our friends' weddings. I went and got a really nice shirt, but it, you know, retail is probably $120 for the shirt, and I got it for 50 bucks. So you can get some good deals at the Dillard's clearance. So anyways, there's two main roads that you need to know about in Slidell where all your shopping and restaurants are, and it's Gauze Boulevard and Front Street. That's where you get to find everything. We're actually doing a driving tour and a Google Maps tour, and I'll be talking more about those main service roads in those videos as well. But anyways, yeah, that's pro number one. Everything you need is in Slidell. You're not gonna have to travel to New Orleans to go shopping. But that does lead us to our next pro, which is that if you do have to get to New Orleans, you're only 30 minutes away. And you're 40 minutes away from the airport, which is not that far at all, considering that the other North Shore cities are a minimum of 50 minutes away from New Orleans and the airport. So you're definitely closer. You're the closest North Shore city to those areas, which is awesome. And it is pretty common that people will live in Slidell and commute to New Orleans for work. But anyways, our first con for the city is going to be the crime. So let's talk about it. Does Slidell have crime? Yes, it does. Is it more than other North Shore cities? A little bit, yeah, but is it comparable to New Orleans? No, it's not. Slidell will have about 177 assaults in a year compared to 282 for the US national average and 811 if we compare that to New Orleans. And as for murders, Slidell has about 0, and New Orleans will have about 55, and the US national average is 6. So moral of the story is that Slidell does have a little bit of a crime issue, but nothing that's way out of hand by any means. The police are generally on top of things. So if you're moving to Slidell, you should probably lock your doors, lock your car doors as well. And if you're moving anywhere, you should do that anyway. So the next pro is gonna be that Slidell is cheap. You need about $300,000 to buy the median home in Slidell, and price per square foot is in the $140 to $150 range. And if we compare that to the other North Shore cities, guys, in Mandeville, Madisonville, and Covington, price per square foot is anywhere from $175 to $190. Okay, so we're talking a $30 to $40 difference for the price per square foot of these homes, and that translates to tens of thousands of dollars, like $60,000, $70,000 difference between the median home prices and these markets. So Slidell is definitely cheaper in comparison, and that is one of the reasons why people favor Slidell versus the other cities on the North Shore. And another pro is going to be where we are at right now, which is the historic downtown that we call Old Town Slidell. And here you're gonna find some bars. This is actually my favorite right here. The Wine Garden is a really nice place. We actually filmed part of our Slidell vlog at the Wine Garden. Shout out to the people in there. They're really nice. We met their 3-month-old baby for the first time when we were shooting that vlog video. But anyways, yeah, bars. There's a cigar bar too. And there is a taco restaurant that does Taco Tuesdays, of course, and all kinds of antique shops. There's an apothecary. I think it's called the Green Room Apothecary. I'll show you that one right now. The Green Oaks Apothecary. But yeah, we love it. We love walking, getting a drink, getting some dinner, and going shopping in Old Town Slidell. But the next pro is going to be that since you are on the lake, the city does have lake life. A lot of outdoor activities go on around here, especially those that can be done on the lake. A lot of people like to go boating, they like to go fishing, they like to go jet skiing, they like to go tubing. Pretty much anything that you can think of that you can do on the lake, people do it here. But as for other outdoor activities, I mean, there's all kinds of nature trails and parks. There's Heritage Park, and there's also Boca Chita Wildlife Refuge is part of Slidell as well. And then there's Tammany Trace, which is a very long biking trail. There's a trailhead in Covington, there's one in Mandeville, there's one in Abita Springs, and there's one here in Slidell. And Natalie and I are planning on doing a little bit of a Tammany Trace vlog. We'll just kind of film our experience biking the trail. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but we're gonna document that for you guys. And other than that, there is also a skydiving facility. Yes, you heard me right. You can go skydiving here in Slidell. So our next con is going to be that there is no mall. There used to be one, but it is abandoned now. It kind of got shut down, and some people say that it is because there's just too many businesses and not enough people, not enough population to to keep those businesses afloat. And so that could have caused the mall to shut down. It could have been other reasons. We don't really know, but that mall is no longer with us. But I mean, that's not really that big of a deal because there's still tons of shopping. I showed you the Fremo Town Center, and I'm gonna be doing a driving tour of Slidell as well, and I'll cover a lot of the other shopping centers as well so that you can get a picture of, what there is to offer here. And our last pro of Slidell is that the school system is pretty good here. On niche.com, the public schools are all rated an A, and the private schools are mostly rated an A, but a few are rated B, so not bad. A, B average for the schools, for the private schools, I should say, and all A's for the public schools. So now you know why Slidell is one of the most popular South Louisiana cities. And don't just take my word for it. Let's read some reviews about the city to see what the residents think of Slidell. Review number 1 says, I have personally been in Slidell for 45 years, moved from New Orleans as a young girl. Definitely much better in regards to crime compared. I like the small town feel. It is close-knit place and most people are neighborly. Over the last 15 years since Katrina, things have definitely changed. It's more diverse and a larger population. With that, you tend to have more crime, but not horrible, and the police are on top of things. But overall, a clean city normally. Overall, plenty of goods sold, parks, parades, city events, antique fairs. Slidell has been a place to call a good home for a long time. Review number 2 reads, Slidell is one of those cities on the North Shore, as we call it, that celebrates Mardi Gras, but on a more local and toned down scale. As far as crime goes, the city is pretty quiet, but that does not mean that doors can be carelessly left unlocked. Overall, Slidell is a sweet, family-friendly town with small music festivals here and there for families and shopping centers for the individual, and it is full of people who will never let you down. And the last review reads, Slidell is a small town with great schools and community. I am most impressed with how our community has come together during this time. I love my little city. It is clean and pretty much crime-free. The crime we do have is usually solved and dealt with immediately. But that's about it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something about the city today. And if you want to learn more about the city, or if you are moving in the next 9 days or the next 90 days, whatever it is, guys, give us a call or shoot us a text. Do what you got to do to get in touch with us. It all starts with you reaching out. And other than that, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell as well, and I hope to show you around town.